Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to make a video on 5070/22 Cambridge O-Level examination paper. This is a theory paper. Basically, I got many requests. I got a ton of requests for making videos on 2019. That is the recent paper. So I thought, why not? And here I am with the video. This is part 1 of the video, and part 2, 3 will be coming soon, and all the other parts, so stay tuned. Without any further ado, let's start with question number 1. The diagram shows a part of a periodic table. Answer the questions using only the elements shown in the diagram. Each element must be used once, more than once, or not at all. Write the symbol for an element which forms a stable ion of type X2-. Alright. So these kinds of questions often appear in the paper. I think it is a kind of a paper pattern that you'd get in your schools and all institutions wherever you study. That there's a paper pattern for chemistry paper. These kind of questions usually come, that is for 5 to 6 marks. And there are 5 to 6 questions in this of A, B, C, D, E, usually A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E questions are in this, and over here you just have to look from the above options. Usually there are options. Many times there is a periodic table, sometimes a whole periodic table, sometimes just a part of it, and over there you can go and check it out in other papers as well. This is mostly a mark gaining question, very much mark gaining question, means many marks. Like here you can guaranteed get, here you can get marks for sure. I'm sorry, I got a bit stuck. Never, it's alright. Let's start with it. Should I zoom in a bit for you all? Alright, so part A says forms a stable ion of type X2-. X2- means that it has a charge of 2-. That means it requires 2 more electrons to complete its octet or its outermost shell. And over here if we look, so we have to look from group 6, that is this one, this is group 8, 7, 6, and it would be either oxygen or sulfur or selenium. From any of these we are going to choose one and write. Also make sure that you are writing these answers. You're not writing O2-, you're not writing O2, you're not writing any other answer except that what is given over here. That means you're supposed to write O and not O2-, because here they're asking for X only. Alright, so coming to part B, it is a light green gas at room temperature. Light green gas usually means it is chlorine. It is not usually, but it is chlorine. Usually students write, or a mistake that students do is write Cl2, which is incorrect. You're supposed to look from the periodic table and you're supposed to write it over here as it is. Because over here the question itself says, answer the questions using only the elements shown in the diagram. That means you can neither bring new elements nor you can use anything other than these elements, other than elements itself. Alright. Part C, forms an ion which gives a yellow precipitate on addition of aqueous silver nitrate. Yellow precipitate and reaction with aqueous silver nitrate, it's iodine. And part D is used to make food containers. Food containers is like aluminum. Aluminium is used for food containers and it is used for storing food and packaging of food. It's aluminium. Alright. Part E is a diatomic gas which forms 78% of dry air. So there are many diatomic gases over here. However, 78% of dry air is only taken by nitrogen. Only N is the only element that is a suitable answer for this question. You can easily gain 5 marks in this. Now here is the tip that I'll bring for you over here is that if usually this question helps you in gaining marks. However, sometimes students get stuck at a specific point And let me tell you, if you spend 10 minutes thinking and trying to guess out what the answer would be, you are basically wasting your time. Don't do that. Don't do that. You will just waste your time. You've got limited time to complete the entire paper, and you've got 2 sections and a lot of questions to solve. So what I'd recommend you to do is, if you're stuck at any question or any part, leave it right there and then. Read it once, read it twice. If you're still not able to figure out, read it thrice, but not more than that. Because these kind of questions are usually factual based questions. They are based on facts and figures. Sometimes figures are given to you and you need to find out what element or what kind of option would be appropriate for it. So I'll suggest you that leave this kind of question, leave it, and then do the paper ahead, and later on come back to it, because I'm sure throughout the paper you will recall at a specific point that this property suited this element or this compound or this option. Alright, and if you do that, you will definitely gain marks. Alright, coming to question number 2, magnesium is a metal. State 2 properties which are the characteristic of most of the metals. Most metals characteristics we have been studying, I guess, since 5th grade, or I think even before that, about metals. And here you're just going to write the properties and nothing else. You do not need to give any description about it. No extra material, save your time, just simply write. It is ductile, for example, or it is malleable, or it conducts electricity, or it's shiny, any of these, because we just require 2 answers, so any one of these. Part B, complete the electronic configuration of a magnesium atom, show all the electrons. So here we have magnesium atom. We're talking about atom. Sometimes examiner can give you magnesium ion, sometimes they can give you any other kind of magnesium. That means either magnesium bonded with something, either magnesium in its ionic form, anything at all. So make sure you read these questions, and once again I'll tell you to mark all of these important points, because these important points are very important and they are the details of the question which must be kept in mind when we're solving the question. Anyways, for magnesium we are going to go to the periodic table. That's way down the last page, and here we'll see magnesium metal, and magnesium has 12 protons. That means it has 12 electrons as well, because we're talking about the metal and the atom and not its ion or something. So 12 will be divided into 2, 8, 2. That means first shell will contain 2, second shell will contain 8, and third shell will contain 2. This is basically from the chapter ions, ionic bonding, and from all of those chapters, and basic atomic structure of atoms and all. So if you want me to make a video over it and explain you how all of this thing works, feel free to mention it in the comment box down below, and I'll definitely manage to make a video over it for you, for your help. See, magnesium reacts with bromine to form magnesium bromide, MgBr2. Magnesium bromide is an ionic solid at room temperature. Explain in terms of the movement of electrons how magnesium bromide is formed by the reaction of magnesium with bromine. So here we go. The answer for this will be that, first of all, bromine gains electrons, right? And magnesium loses its electron. That means the electron lost by magnesium is gained by bromine, and in this way there is this electron transfer between magnesium to bromine. And how many are transferred? 2 are transferred, because we have MgBr2. Mg is 2 plus and Br is plus 1. That means we require 2 bromines for the complete transfer of electrons, so that Mg fulfills its octet and Mg gets into its atomic form, or to its stable form. Stable form. Alright, so this is 3 marks, so you are probably going to write. I'm now going to tell you the proper answer for it. Magnesium will lose 2 of its electron and give it each to bromine. We require 2 bromines so that magnesium can get its octet fulfilled. and in this way this ionic bonding takes place. Part 2. Magnesium bromide is soluble in water. Suggest one other physical property of magnesium bromide. Okay, so magnesium bromide is having a very high melting point. So that's what you can write about it. I think it's of 1 mark, so we only require one answer. Now this thing here which is given, magnesium bromide is soluble in water. Magnesium bromide is an ionic compound, and there is this fact about ionic compound. It's the property of ionic compounds that they're having very high melting point. So yeah. Part D. Deduce the product formed at the anode and cathode when concentrated aqueous magnesium bromide is electrolyzed. Well, this question is related to electrolysis and product at the anode and at the cathode. Excuse me. Alright. The products formed at the anode and cathode. First of all, mention or mark the word concentrated. This is concentrated aqueous magnesium bromide and not diluted. When we talk about concentrated, so at the anode, this anion is going to be discharged, that is bromine. Alright, so here we are going to write bromine. And at cathode, we are going to get hydrogen because of the reactivity series. And this is of 1 mark. Okay, so it has 2 dashes, 2 blanks, but it is of 1 mark. Well, these kind of questions come like that. If you miss any one of these answers or you answer any one of them incorrectly, you are definitely getting 0. So please make sure both of your answers are correct so that you can gain full 1 mark in this. Part E. Chlorine reacts with aqueous magnesium bromide. The products are aqueous magnesium chloride and aqueous bromine. Construct the ionic equation for this reaction. Okay, so for this, it is simply, when chlorine will react with magnesium bromide, we will have MgBr2 plus Cl2 is equals to MgCl plus Br2. Why? Because chlorine displaces bromine. It is a part of displacement reaction which probably you have all studied in periodic table chapter. In the chapter of periodic table in group 7, these kinds of reaction, displacement reaction is given over there. Now here we are supposed to write the ionic equation. Then we will look at the ionic equation. So Mg will be cancelled out from both the sides as spectator ions, and what will be left is 2Br minus plus Cl2 is equals to 2Cl minus. Well, it's not equals to, I mean that arrow sign. My bad. It's basically the arrow sign plus Br2. Part 2. Explain why aqueous magnesium chloride does not react with aqueous bromine. It is because bromine is less reactive than chlorine. That is why chlorine displaces aqueous bromine. That is why bromine does not displace chloride. However, chlorine displaces bromine. Well, I guess you got a bit confused. Once again, my bad, but I'll get it to you. I'll get back to you with its answer. So, it is that bromine is less reactive than chlorine. That is why it won't displace. Alright, so this is it for the video. I hope you found it fruitful. If you found it fruitful, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icons. Exams are like really very close. So make sure if you have any queries, solve all of them out. And make sure you have any problems, mention them in the comment box down below. And I try to read all of the comments. And I'll get back to you with your feedbacks. And I will get back to you with another video, another part. So stay tuned and keep studying hard. Best of luck.